All right, much love, many blessings. It's your boy Lotus. Last but not least, let's get on to Pisces. Pisces, this channel energy that I feel for you when I tap into your message for the season. There was a lot of movement in the last season. You had a big opportunity that was shaping up for you. It was presented to you, whether it was like a gift or whether you've been working on this. A lot of your recent life. It's something unfolding for you that has kicked off, and the reason it's so hard to explain is because it was so unexpected for you that you didn't know what to do with it. You didn't necessarily know where to apply it, how to make a practical means for this energy. So what do we do now? We're in this Leo season. You know, we got so much vibrancy taking place. You know, you're coming back to a lot of things that you had put to the side. It's not that you didn't think they were possible, but it's like this revisiting and this reminiscing that's taking place. I feel nostalgia vibes. I feel some real deep nostalgia vibes, and this nostalgia is actually helping you to heal. It's not necessarily creating that melancholy feeling that can usually be associated when we come across a longing, but this is like a longing and an urge, and realizing that this is doable for you. This is actually real. This is not some grandiose thing. This is not too good to be true. It's hard to put into words because you never expected to be in this position. So there's this like, whoa, let me pause for a second. And it's kind of surprising because you may not be used to actually pausing. You're actually used to just flowing. So what is that? What is that sensation? This is so big for you that you're like, hey, maybe I need to actually take a look and see what's going on. So there's this awareness check going on. And that's because there's an activation that's taking place. You're getting back something that you hadn't expected to get in so long, but don't discount it. This isn't too good to be true. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling that anxiety, sometimes when we're not used to succeeding, we're used to having to fight for what we want, or having to get any rewards with a lot of great success and feeling as if we're fighting for rations. So when you're being presented with something that is in abundance in a way that you hadn't imagined before, you may still be applying your old outdated cautions to the situation. So I'm feeling some sacral energy here, but I'm also feeling some sacral energy because I'm feeling the creativity that can be thanked to the Leo season. But I'm also feeling a sense of some higher energy here as well, juggling between kind of the heart and the throat, because there's a little bit of application as far as what we want to translate this to, and if we're actually being authentic about what we're trying to do with these tools at this time. So I think it's really important to just really get into Pisces for the Leo season, what's been transpiring. That pause that's really interesting is you actually doing a self-check. Yeah, you're doing a self-check of your emotional waters, your psyche waters. And normally you kind of just take in and just kind of clean as you go, flow it as you go, mix in as you go, and kind of repair it as you go. But this time you're like actually pausing, like, do I actually want that in my energetic field? Do I actually need this? And that's because when we ascend, anytime we have major ascensions, the old things that are outdated, you just can't take them with you. So what is it we're once again facing? You know, we're starting off with a new beginning, you know, because you're the sign that koi fish, you represent those koi fish, that first and that last. What is ending and what is taking place for you now? What is this new beginning that's taking place for you now that is setting you up for how you want to exist in the world? Like I said, I felt that sacral chakra energy. We're feeling that koi, that koi, that first and the last energy. How are you exchanging? How are you making the exchange in the world? So there's a lot of transactional energy going on, and I don't mean platonic transactional energy. I mean, what is it that you're showing up with? What is it that you're giving up? What is it that you're having to pay in or put in or invest in to get the things that you're getting during this time, with literal contracts as well as the things that your heart is longing for? So if when I touch on this sacral chakra energy, but I also feel this activation within the heart and in between the heart and the throat, this means that you're feeling it, but you're trying to negotiate how it's actually expressed or received and crystallizing in your space. So with that being said, there's a lot of mental consideration going on. This is actually really good for you because there's not often that you take these pauses to actually see, like, what is this healthy direction that I can do? This is creating solidarity, and that's a word that may feel a little foreign on the tongue for you sometimes as a mutable, adaptable sign such as yourself. So who and what are you using to adapt? And why are you not allowing yourself to know? Yeah, who or what are you using to allow yourself to anchor and adapt? And if you're feeling and thinking on those things, what comes into your awareness when you think on solidarity, when you think on grounding, when you think on being firm within yourself? Is this grounding coming from within self and the things that you've instilled? Is there a person in your life that gives you that earthy nature? Whatever it is, that divine earth, that divine grounding is stabilizing and creating your foundation during this time. So who can you trust? Wasp, spirit, light, pool. The people that you may have thought you could trust are not always the people that you can count on. They may just be people who are convenient at the time, and convenience has changed. They can be kind of finicky because they're dependent on who actually needs you at the time or who you actually need at the time. But true loyalty is always consistent. True loyalty is always consistent. So the real message is singing your own song. You may actually need to trust yourself in this matter when actually relying on others keeps biting you, because wasps continue to sting. Bees only sting once. Wasps can sting more than once. So you may actually even be going back to a situation that you know and trying again, like, well, maybe this time. Well, maybe it was because of this. Well, maybe it was because of this. It's time to maybe trust that it's everything else outside of you. Maybe you can do it yourself. Maybe you can use your own vibration. Because when you sing, you create a vibration. And when you sing, you create the vibration that's closest to your authentic heart. So your throat is right next to your heart. So the moment you go to sing, you vibrate. It's time to vibrate. It's time to do what it is that you know. It's time to stop relishing in the hurt. It's time to stop making bad deals. It's time to be generous with yourself. It's time to be generous with yourself. It's time to do what you know to be true. It's time to allow yourself to enjoy yourself. It's time to remove the things that keep stinging you. It's time to remove the people and the things that are clouding your mental space, that are distracting you, that are making you misstep, trip over yourself. It's time to remove those things that don't allow you to sing in your fullness, that make you reflect back on the past. You're trying to go into the future. You're trying to create a new cycle for yourself. I want you to create a new cycle for yourself. You've been having dreams about getting out of prisons and creating new cycles for yourself. As we wrap up this message, as we wrap up this final message for the Leo season, there's still a big opportunity for you Pisces to meditate on how you can be creative. And when I think of creative, I think of doing things differently from what you're normally used to. So how are you showing up and doing things different from what you used to do? Are you looking at new things in the same way? Are you looking at new rewards and opportunities that come to you with a fear lens? Or are you being creative? Are you stepping into your courage, allowing your solar plexus to fuel your heart and to express your voice and to be vibrant? Meditate on these things and meditate on your authentic heart and stand in your knowing during this time so that you can shape a new beginning for yourself, because this opportunity is shaping up for you is real and you don't have to self-sabotage it. You are protected in your purpose. You have the strength. You have the power. I hope that this is resonating within your energetic field and that this message comes through with rhetoric and it's something that you can use in your own personal space, because you have to research this and do this and let it be mindful and operate and activate within your own personal space. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. If it's not doing something for you and it's not relating to you, it doesn't fucking matter. So let this operate and activate in real ways within your personal space so that you can empower yourself to make these real changes. I'm really rooting for you. If you like that message, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. Much love, many blessings, and Ashe.